Yo, what's up, everybody? We're coming in really quickly to kind of catch y'all between the 4:30 p.m. games and the start of the 8 p.m. So we're recording right now just before the start of Sunday Night Football. I'm here with the commish, Tyler, and we're going to go over kind of where we're at today for the games. So give a quick recap of the scores, where we're at leading into tonight's game and into Monday Night Football. And then we're also going to go over the top players at each position so far going into Sunday Night Football. So, Tyler, you stoked, man? It's been a pretty crazy day for our league.
Pretty hype. Really good games this week.
Hmm.
Some disappointment. Dolphins were super disappointing, but
Yeah.
we got the Miami injured reserve affiliates going on right now. So everyone will heal up and we'll push through. But Brad, let's what happened this week in fantasy football?
Yeah, so I'm gonna do three games and Tyler's gonna do two. So I'm gonna start off with the one that has, I think, the most time left for both teams. We're gonna go ahead and talk about the Broward County Beefcakes against Ruggs Driving School. So currently, um, Ryan's got 240 minutes left, and so does Dylan. But right now we got Broward County Beefcakes up 74-26 to 52-60 over Ruggs Driving School. So this is a pretty big matchup because if we're looking at it, it's a 1 versus 5. And if Dylan beats Ryan this week, that could move some people in the top four. So that's a really interesting one there. Hopefully that one kind of stays tight and it doesn't really come to be a blowout. Looks like it should be a close one looking at the projections for that game. So that's the Broward County Beefcakes with Ruggs Driving School. We got 74-26 to 52-60. And coming in next, I'll go ahead and do Senior Al Hefferson against Fuddruckers V5. So that's Joey versus Blay. This one's not even close, guys. I mean, Blay's got a lot of time left. He still has 180 minutes left, but Joey is just absolutely running a train right now. He's up 146-34 to
He has over double.
72.
He has over double his points.
Yeah, it's crazy. So the final projection of that game is supposed to, and projections don't mean shit, but it's supposed to finish out 153-12 in favor of Senior L. Hefferson and 131-60 for Fuddruckers. So that one's looking like it might not be a contest, but there's plenty of time left for Blay, and he still has Patty Mahomes left to play on Monday night. So that guy definitely could eat and kind of get a lot of points for Fuddruckers V5. And then the final one that I'll talk about is going to be Buttonwood Kayakers against No Flocken. This one is a tight contest right now. We've got No Flocken up 95-90, but Tyler, time isn't necessarily on your side. I'm sorry to tell you that. You got 60 minutes left, and Riley's got 180. So anyway, Joe Burrow still left to play tonight for Riley. You got Derek Carr on Monday, Tyler, but you know,
So has Kelsey too, which is what I'm most worried about.
Riley's got Kelsey as well.
Yep. He's
Let's see.
got
Oh, he does
Travis
have
Kelsey.
Kelsey. Yeah, and Justin Tucker, which Justin Tucker is always a nice steady Eddie.
Yeah, maybe I'll get
So,
lucky and Kelsey will roll an ankle, but most likely not.
well, listen, we never wish injury upon anybody. So,
Well, I just
but
tweak it, It's out for the
yeah,
game only.
maybe just get some like cramps, and he's just out for us the game with cramps. You never know. So pretty interesting one so far. Some tight matchups, a lot of time left on some games, but it's gonna be cool going into tomorrow night, kind of seeing how the rest of those three finish out. So you've got two games you want to talk about too.
Yeah, I'm gonna start off my segment with injured reserve affiliates versus the Montana Megalodons. Number 10, number 9 seed. Um, I would say this matchup is more of the marathon long-term goal. Marquise is looking at 0-5, which would probably be pretty devastating for his league, and Cameron's looking at either 1-4 or 2-3. 2-3 would be huge for Cameron's sake,
I
absolutely
agree.
huge. Putting that trade to work. Tom Brady with 19, Eckler with the 35 banger. Sanders and Waddle underproduced. Waddle's got a third stringer thrown to him, so that's still TBD. And then Marquise just has a kicker left, so that's all going to come down to Waddle, to be honest. That's just the bottom line. And then I'm going to jump over to Tuanon versus MDV, which has been sealed. Jalen Hurts, just doing what Jalen Hurts does, just absolutely racking up the fantasy points. Nick Chubb doing what he's doing this year with the pretty average 25, I would say.
Nick Chubb just gives
Um,
me a chubby every fucking Sunday. It's amazing.
Dude, I would get a Chubb too if I had Nick Chubb. Marquise Brown did pretty good, but you absolutely destroyed MDV. Schultz again with the goose egg. Any play? I know he got hurt this game, but two goose eggs in a row. That's not good. Lockett helped them out a little bit, and the Dolphins with -2. That is it's getting kind of scary for us Dolphins fans. But you know, it's always night before day, so we it's a long season. It's definitely a long
Yeah.
season.
It's a marathon, not a sprint, and I wanted to draft the Dolphins defense when we went through the draft before the season, and our defense has just been a fucking wet blanket the entire time. Like anybody can run through it, you know?
Yeah, I mean, we were doing good until that last 10 minutes of the game just absolutely shattered us.
Yeah.
I think it was 19-17 going in the fourth quarter, super manageable.
Yeah.
And then just some mistakes came and the snowball just rolled down the mountain.
Yeah.
But we're gonna bounce back next week. It's okay. We're bouncing back.
Yeah, we have the Vikings at home, and hopefully Teddy Bridgewater can play, because like while everybody was clamoring for Skylar Thompson to play, there's a reason why he's the third string quarterback. Like the
Yeah,
kid
he's
did
got a lot to
everything
learn.
he yeah,
He's got a lot to learn.
the kid did everything he could today, and
Yeah.
like God bless him for keeping us in it for as long as he did, but you know, Teddy's a seasoned vet. He's started, he's careful with the football, and he can move if he wants to, he can move. But I know we got fans of other teams besides the Dolphins, so we're just kind of wallowing in our sadness while we wear our Dolphins hats, talking about our fucking fantasy league. You
All
know,
right, let's jump in. Let's jump into the top players of the week.
yeah.
Brad,
So
who was our top quarterbacks this week?
yeah, what we're gonna do is we're gonna do the top three at each position, and Tyler and I are gonna bounce back and forth going from the matchup tab. So top three quarterbacks, these aren't gonna come. Well, one might come as a surprise, but number one, no surprise here, Josh Allen with 35 points, and he's on the beefcakes. That dude just is a fucking machine every single time he steps on the field, and he's a fantasy weapon. I think he had like 300 something yards in the first half today. Like it's disgusting. And then my guy, Jalen Hurts, just every single week he's getting running touchdowns. He's throwing the ball, getting passing touchdowns. Came in at 27.66 for 2 and on. And then the surprise of the week, we have Geno Smith currently on waivers with 24 points for the Seahawks. So anybody needs a serviceable quarterback, Geno Smith ain't wrote back. That's what it is. He ain't wrote back. 24.02. So if anyone needs a quarterback, hey, I've got Aaron Rodgers. I'm willing to trade Aaron Rodgers. Just saying. But Geno Smith is out there too. So those are your top three quarterbacks. Not really coming as much of a surprise.
Okay, let's look at the running backs. Number one this week, Austin Eckler, 35.9. Had an absolute shootout today with the Browns. Was it 16 attempts, 173 rushing yards from scrimmage with a touchdown and 4 catches for 26 yards and a touchdown. That's very impressive. Cameron putting that trade to work. Fournette on the bench with
On
35.9.
the
Dylan,
bench. Damn.
why you traded for him and you didn't start him? What's the point of that? That's
It's
just
playoff Lenny, man.
it is playoff Lenny. He's showing himself. Let's look at his stats real quick. Only 14 attempts for 56 yards and a touchdown, but the receiving 11 targets. 11 targets for Leonard Fournette. 10 catches, 83 yards and a touchdown. That's also pretty good. And Breece Hall just absolutely ran through the Dolphins today. Only one touchdown, and I'm pretty sure he should have had at least another one. I think he went down to the 1 yard line on two possessions this week, so he easily could have had a 35 banger as well. 18 attempts for 97 yards and a touchdown, but 2 catches for 100 yards. That are some big boy stats.
Yeah, that's
Brad,
some grown man football right there. But the thing about it is, like, the other running back for the Jets was the one that was scoring all the touchdowns. I can't remember his name, but
Michael Carter. I think it was Carter.
yeah, Michael Carter. I'm still upsetty spaghetti about that, but It's all good. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and jump into top three wide receivers so far coming into Sunday Night Football. Number one's not even a surprise. This guy just absolutely destroyed it out there today. Gabe Davis. He had like a 98-yard touchdown reception from the two, absolutely ridiculous. And then he had another one which I think was 50 plus, and he had 100 something yards, like 150 yards before the first half was even over. In two tutties. Like he has 32.10 so far. He's on Buttonwood, so I know Riley's really proud of getting Gabe Davis there. Number two, we have Justin Jefferson from the Vikings, and he is currently on Senior L. Jefferson, 30.32. And that's where the namesake comes from. Senior L. Jefferson. Dude just absolutely eats. I mean, 13 targets, 12 receptions, 154 yards. Quality performance from him. And then number three, you got Tyler Lockett out of Seattle. He's on MDV. This guy had 6 targets, 5 receptions, 104 yards, but 2 tutties. 2 tutties. Getting him to that magic number there. But wide receivers had a day. I know I was impressed with Chris Olave on my roster. Sadly, he got hurt, so I'm hoping he's good. Otherwise, I might have a problem down the line. But those are your top 3 wide receivers for the week. What we got going on tight ends?
Tight ends, we had Taysom Hill, tight end or running back. I think he's a running back who's a tight end. 35 points, 9 rushing attempts, 112 yards, 3 rushing touchdowns, 1 fumble, and the craziest thing of all, 0 targets. They did not throw the ball to the guy. They just handed it off to him and just he pretty much did Alvin Kamara's job today. Let's jump into number 2, Dallas Goedert, steady Eddie. To be honest, couldn't watch that game. We didn't get that game down here. Brad, I know you live streamed it. So can't really say too much. 9 targets, 8 receptions, 95 yards. Still looking for that. I don't know. Does he have a touchdown this year?
I don't know.
Oh, he had one. He had one week 3. But yeah, Dallas Goedert just doing what he does. And then we had Njoku on the Broward County Beefcakes, who has had 100% receiving percentage at 6 targets, 6 catches, and 88 yards for a cool 14 points. Tight ends are a dime a dozen. I would say anything over 12 points for a tight end is pretty solid. So
That's definitely serviceable. Yeah.
definitely I would say this week so far at least has been very high scoring, I would say, especially compared to last week. A lot of stinkies last week.
Yeah, I agree. A lot of high scoring games this week for sure. Um, so I want to talk about the kickers real quick too,
Kickers.
because I'm looking at the kickers right now. All the
Hey
top
Brad, how was your
kickers,
young ho?
my young ho sucks. And not in a good way either. I was gonna say she.
Yeah.
No, he put up a stinky. I think he got like less than 5 points this week, or maybe he got 5 exactly. I don't even know. Considering the first week he put up 30, he had a 30 banger. But
What?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I
For
didn't see
first week,
that.
my young ho put up a 30 banger. Today he missed, I think, 2 kicks, 50 plus.
Struggle. The whole Falcon squad struggled today,
Oh my
honestly.
God. It's upsetting. But I'm looking at the kickers right now, top 3. Nobody owns any of them. They're all open on waivers. So if
5
anybody
actually.
the top
I looked.
oh geez, all yeah,
All the
all
top
top
5 kickers
5.
are all on claims.
Jesus.
That's wild. A lot of good
Yeah,
kickers out there.
there's a lot of good kickers. I mean, they're all not ranked very high. They're like
All
all in
no
the
names too. Really excited for Folk.
Yeah, you got Nick Folk with 18. He's on waivers. Chase McLaughlin with 17 waivers. Cairo Santos of the Bears, 15. Then you got Taylor Bertolet. I've never even heard of these dudes, 12. And then Kamai Fairburn, another
Fairbairn was pretty low key like last year or 2 years ago. I think he had like a nice solid fantasy stretch, but
yeah,
yeah, a
that
lot of kickers making a name for themselves today.
yeah. So if anybody needs kickers, there's a lot of kickers available who are putting up serviceable numbers, man. And then we'll kind of round it out with the defenses, and I think we'll call it a show after that.
See who the defense is. Patriots 22. That Bill Belichick defensive mindset really came into play against the Falcons there. Um, Shut down Marcus Mariota. Not too much to say about it. We had the Dallas Cowboys against the Rams. The Rams look terrible. I mean, Stafford and Cooper Cup are Stafford and Cooper Cup, but the rest of the team is just. I think SCA could beat them. Probably not. That was just a joke. But they need to improve. And then the steady Eddie 49ers with the Broward County Beefcakes with a cool 15 points. They look good. Nick Bosa was really getting into I can't believe I'm drawing a blank. Baker Mayfield.
Of
Nick
course,
Bosa really brought
everybody
it to
gets into
Baker
Baker
Mayfield.
Mayfield.
He sacked him 6 times today. Baker had he's probably pretty sore right now.
I'm sure. Jeez. So I think that'll wrap it up for our our late Sunday going into Sunday Night Football show. If you guys like it, we'll keep on doing it. I literally texted Larry. I was like, "Do you want to do this tonight?" He's like, "Yeah, let's give it a shot." So if you guys like all the content, I mean, I fucking love it. So anyway, good luck the rest of the night, guys. Good luck going into tomorrow, and then Tuesday it'll be me, Tyler, and Joey coming back for the full weekly recap. But this is where we're at so far going into Sunday Night Football. Kamish, sign us off.
All right, everybody. We got 2 more pretty important games coming in, especially for Ryan and Dylan. So we have a lot to look forward to in the next 24 hours, and we are looking forward to bringing you guys the Week 5 Pete Town Fantasy Football weekly recap on Tuesday. Hope everyone has a good one.
Yeah, and if you guys want this, it's on Spotify, Apple, and then it's also going to be posted on the YouTube, but I'll put all that in the chat. Don't y'all worry about that. So good luck the rest of the week, guys, and we'll talk to y'all on Tuesday. Peace.
Peace.